Waruni Yashoda Pereira. Shehan Prince Pereira. Harita Shavinda Pereira. Utpala Heshani Pereira. Devashi Tarindu Pereira. Udita Dulinda Pereira. Aruna Sampath Petiyagoda. Chamindri Buddhini Pilanavitana. Tavarasa Pirasanna. Ravindran Pirasang. Vedige Rukmal Priyanta. Gamage Tilini Purnima. Udyanselage Tevinda Prasad. Praveena Premakumar. Nirmala Sanjeevani Premaratna. Vasantalal Premaratna. Nisala Isuru Prematilaka. Gayani Nisansala Premavansha. Sureka Sandaruan Priyankara. Vamunu Arachige Chamira Priyashan. Kankanamlage Chaminda Priyashanta. Ravi Gunasekara Putsella. Marino Dushanta Rabidran. Sujiva Nilanjani Rajapaksha. Bhairavi Rajkumar. Madhusha Chamara Ramanayaka. Chamika Isuranga Ramanayaka. හේෂා උපේන්ද්‍රී රණසිංහ. උදේශිනී රණතුංග. ආරච්චිගේ චන්න රණවක. සජිත ධනුෂ්ක රණවීර. ප්‍රබෝධිනී හේරත් රන්දෙනිය. ලේකා රාසනායගම්. දේවින්ද බණ්ඩාර රස්නක වැව. ගායනී ප්‍රබෝධා රත්නසේකර. ශානිකා හංසනී රත්නසිරි. පණ්ඩුක හසන්ත රත්නායක. ලලිත් මහින්ද රත්නායක. හර්ෂණ ප්‍රසාද් රත්නායක. පුංචි හේවගේ රවින්දු තමිෂ්ක. එඩ්වර්ඩ් රෙබේකා. අමීන් මොහමඩ් රිස්වි. ඉලාන් රංගන රොඩ්රිගෝ. චතුප්‍රභා උදේශිනී රොඩ්රිගෝ. දනුෂි නිවර්තනා රොඩ්රිගෝ. කසුන් ප්‍රියදර්ශන රොඩ්රිගෝ. ආරච්චිගේ අමිල රුක්ෂාන්. සඳුනි නිසංසලා රූපසිංහ. ආරච්චිගේ සුරන්දිකා රූපසිංහ. කංකානමලාගේ සුපුන් රුසිරු. සෙල්වකුමාර් රම්‍යා රුවන්තිකා. චන්ද්‍රබෝස් සායි ප්‍රසන්න මිනෝලි අරුන්දි සල්ගාදු ඉන්දික හේමන්ත සමරකෝන් ප්‍රසන්න සේනක සමරසිංහ චමින්ද ප්‍රදීප් සමරවික්‍රම පතිරණහලගේ ඉන්දික සමීර තිලංක ප්‍රියදර්ශන සම්පත් අමිල කසුන් සම්පත් රවිනු යශෝද සඳබාන්න උද්‍යන්සලාගේ අමිල සඳරුවන් හෙට්ටිආරච්චිගේ දොන් ප්‍රදීප් සංක අනුරාධා ඒලින් සපරමාදු ආරච්චිගේ දිනුෂා සත්සරණී චිරන් නදීර සේමසිංහ චේත දක්ෂිත් සේනාධීර මාලනී ප්‍රියන් වදා සේනානායක දර්ශන සඳරුවන් සේනානායක ජානක ක්‍රිෂාන් සෙනවිරත්න අරුණ උදයාංග සෙනවිරත්න රුවන්මාලී කුමාරී සෙනවිරත්න අමන්දා නටාෂියා සේරසිංහ කංකානමලාගේ ශානක රුවන් මුදියන්සලාගේ ශ්‍යානී ශානිකා විවේකානන්දන් සතිශාන්තන් දුෂාන්ති ශශිකා සිල්වා, දිහාන් මදුෂ සිල්වා, චමිලා ප්‍රදීපිකා සිල්වා, තුසිත නිරංජන් සිරිමාන, නිර්මලා නයෝමි සිරිරත්න, රසික දයාල් සිරිසේන, හසිනි රවින්දිකා සිරිවර්ධන, අච්චිගේ හසිනි සිතාරා, සිත්තම්පරනාදන් සිවකුමාරන්, ප්‍රදීපන් සිවලිගම්, ඉෂානි හංසිකා සෝලංගාරච්චි, තරණි දක්ෂිනා සූර්යාරච්චි, සූර්ය බණ්ඩාරලාගේ නිරෝධ සූර්ය බණ්ඩාර, නවසිවායම් ශ්‍රීකරන්, නාගරසා සුභාංගනී, කවින් සෙනෙත් සුබසිංහ, වින්ද්‍යා ප්‍රියදර්ශනී සුබසිංහ, වීරසිංහම් සුබෙක්කා, සුබ්‍රරාජා සුබ්‍රමණියම්, සම්මානී චේතනා සුදිරික්කු, යෝගේන්ද්‍රන් සුගන්ධන්, සමල්කා කලාශිනී සුමනවීර, සෙනවිරත්න සුපුන් ලක්ෂ්මන්, විවේකානන්දන් සුරේෂ් කුමාර්. ප්‍රියාන් චතුරංග සූර්යාරච්චි. හේමාල් ලක්සිරි තෙන්නකෝන්. තුනෙර බණ්ඩාර තෙන්නකෝන්. අසේල අමරනාත් තල්පාවෙල. අකිල බණ්ඩාර තබවිට. චන්ද්‍ර කුමාර් තනේෂ්. එරන්දිකා මදුෂානී තෙන්නකෝන්. සසිකලා ජීවන්ති තෙන්නකෝන්. දේවින්ද උදේශ් තේනුවර. තිලිනී දිල්රුක්ෂී තිලකරත්න. යේෂානී දිනෙල්කා තිලකරත්න. මහේෂා ප්‍රභාස්වරී තිතගල්ල. වේලායුතම් තුෂිඩාන්තන්. ඉසුරු මදුසංක තිසේරා. ආරච්චිගේ නිශාන් උදම්. පූර්ණිමා ලක්මාලී උඩවත්ත. දෝන ශශිකා උද්‍යාංගනී. පල්ලියගේ දුෂාන්ත උද්‍යප්‍රිය. මයිකල් රාජ් ඩෙබෝරා විභූෂිනී. සුදන්ත ඒඩ්‍රියන් වික්ටෝරියා. උමිදි රංගිකා විදානගම. දුරේරාජ් විජයානන්දන්. ප්‍රියදර්ශනී විනෝත්. හේවගේ හසිත විරාජ්. ආරච්චිලාගේ සමීර විශ්වනාත්. ජිම්හානී කෞශිකා විතානගේ. ප්‍රනීත් කොස්සිංහල විතානගේ. විමංසා නෙත්මිනී විතානවාසම්. දේවන්මිනී පබෝධිනී වනසිංහ. රංජුල ශ්‍රී කුමාර වනසිංහ. තිලිනා දීප්ති වනිගසේකර. රත්නසේකරගේ දුෂාන්ත වන්‍යාරච්චි. මියුරු දමින්ද වන්නිනායක. නිශාන්ති මාරී වර්ණකුල සූරිය. ලක්මාලී ජයනී වාසනා. වින්ද්‍යා පබෝධිනී වීරක්කොඩි. අනිල් අල්විස් වීරක්කොඩි. දිනෝෂ් නිරංග වීරරත්න. ඉමේෂී රුවින්දී වීරසිංහ. චාමිකා කුමාරී වීරසිංහ. සොඳුරු දිනේත්‍රී වීරවර්ධන. වත්සලා සංජීවනී වික්‍රමනායක. හර්ෂණී අමන්දා වික්‍රමසේකර. චරිත් මදුශංක වික්‍රමසිංහ. සකුරා විමංගී වික්‍රමසිංහ. මෞලිමාලා ප්‍රභාෂිනී වික්‍රමසිංහ. අජිත උදයංග විජයසේන. තිමාලී කෞශල්‍යා විජයතිලක. චමින්ද කුමාර විජේදාස. උදාන ඉන්දික විජේරත්න. හිමාලී වත්සලා විජේසිංහ. කෝසල සමින්ද විජේසිංහ කුමාර එදිරිවීර විජේසූරිය චම්පික නිර්මාල් විජේසූරිය විමංසා බණ්ඩාර විජේසූරිය සඳිනි හංසිකා විජේවර්ධන හංසනී ශානිකා විලාරච්චි ශාමක දිලුක්ෂාන් විමලරත්න හිමාසා රසාංජලි විමලරත්න ලක්ෂිකා සමන්ති විමලසේන හෂිනි එරන්දිකා විමලසූරිය හරිත් සුචින්ත යාපා දිලිනි නිලුපුලි යාපා දේශානි නේත්‍රා යාපා Executive Masters of Business Administration EMBA passes Leslie Kumara Atapattu Ananda Jairuwan Bandara Dilum Samantha Bellana Sajini Shalika De Silva Amaranath Priyantha Disanayaka Darren Mark Edrisingha Sudat Nishanta Fernando Chandana Nilantha Gurusingha Sajit Menaka Hettiarachchi Pradeepa Vishwajit Jayasingha ඉන්දික සිදාන්ත කරුණාරත්න. දයාන් අනුරාධ රණවීර. අනුරුද්ධ මැදගම රත්නායක. ජාගොඩගේ දයංගිකා සඳමාලි. ලසන්ත රත්වත්තේ වික්‍රමසූරිය. අජිත් චන්දන විජේසේකර. උෂාන් මනෝජ් යාපා. Master of Business Administration in Taxation. Merit passes. Vitana Udyangani Malkanti. Tasanti Roshini Pereira. Passes Sujiva Bandara Abekon. Pushpakumara Abesingha. Tikiri Banda Abevardhana. Champika Prasani Akurgoda. Tanusha Naveen Artigala. Achige Mekala Avanti. Shama Nilmini Bandara. Kulvansha Krishan De Silva. Ajit Sanjeeva Dias. Kodituakuge Chandima Nilanti. Sorry, Dilanti. Ruan Chandima Gamage. Jayashan Sajid Grero. Senarat Yapa Gunawardana. Dimutu Jinani Herat. Philip Don Hettiarachchi. Naimanage Janaka erosion. Oja Bodhini Kodituakku. Chaminda Kumudu Kumara. Chamali Manoji Lokumudali. Dona Dilani Maliga. Madhu Sanjeevani Nandasena. Geethanjana Neel Patumtissa. Yatna Kamal Siri Pereira. Chandana Manohara Pereira. Shamita Hasanti Patiraja. Seneviratna Sujit Priyanta. Mithila Ranamuka. Tikiri Prasanga Ranwatta. Charika Sandamali Ratnayaka. Sharda Sunetra Ratnayaka. Shanika Mihirani Rodrigo. Heshan Rajita Rupasingha. Kapila Chaminda Ruan Patirana. Birayalage Harrison Samaratunga. Supun Kokila Sandaruan. Dilhani Sembapperuma. පුෂ්පකුමාර සෙනවිරත්න, හෙට්ටිආරච්චිගේ රජිතා ශාමනී, සුබ්‍රමණියන් සිවචන්තුරන්, භාරත් ප්‍රසන්න සුබසිංහ, ආරච්චිගේ ධම්මිකා සුදර්ශනී, චමින්ද සම්පත් වලිමුනි, රේණුකා ප්‍රියන්ති වනිගසේකර, තුෂාරී මල්කාන්ති වනිගතුංග, ඉන්දික ප්‍රභාත් වීරසිංහ, වජිර බණ්ඩාර වැලිකඩ, අනුර වික්‍රමනායක, චොහාන් චමින්ද විජේසිංහ, ශයානි කෞශල්‍යා යාපා, postgraduate diploma in management passes Farus Noon Salman Faris, උදේශිකා ලේකාවසම් ලියනගේ, දේවගේ මිතිලා මදුෂානී, Rajapongalan Naidarshan,
by authority vested in me as the Chancellor, I confer on those who were presented by the Director of the Postgraduate Institute of Management the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration, Master of Business Administration, Executive Master of Business Administration, Master of Business Administration in Taxation, Postgraduate Diploma in Management and Postgraduate Diploma in Public Administration, respectively.
Honorable Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that the Council, on the recommendation of the Senate, has resolved that the degree of Master of Business Administration, Executive Master of Business Administration, Postgraduate Diploma in Management, and Postgraduate Diploma in Public Administration, respectively be conferred in absentia on those whose names are being read by the Director of the Postgraduate Institute of Management.
in absentia. Master of Business Administration MBA passes Aruna Shanta Abesingha, Sanadruan Bandara Abesingha, Hettige Ravini Aberatna, Muhammad Salim Ahmed, Ishara Madushani Danansuriya, Marlon D. Alvis, Navan Ansley De Silva, Dasit Gayanaka De Silva, Chamudi Mahisha Dias, Arshad Ahmad Fadil, Sakuntala Lanka Giganagi, Hettiarachige Malaka Gunasekara, Shamila Akampitiya Gurulumulla, Purnika Nilomini Hevavasam, Ratna Raja Jaydarshan, Dinesh Kumar Kartisegun, Chandima Dilshani Karunaratna, Ruvini Avanti Katagoda, Iris Aseso Kia, Ishara Madhumanti Kirage, Anuradha Heli Lianarachi, Mudyanselage, Rukshika Madhushani, Asahai Sandivari Manaperuma, Said Peter Mendi, Maruf Mohammed Nashim, Praveen Shavindra Mututantri, Martin Sanduru Nimalsiri, Shanika Kumari Nugegoda, Peshala Chamali Patirana, Asanka Indrajit Patirana, Diana Heshani Pereira, Belvedige Shameshi Pereira, Satyajit Dilshan Pereira, Dinushka Sandaru Ratugama, Sanjaya Ratnavira, Khalil Muhammad Rishan, Dilan Ravinath Senanayaka, Anthony De Silva, Sudarshi Vitanage, Kumara Paranavitana Veerasekara, Executive Master of Business Administration, EMBA, passes, Oshan Tianga De Silva, Erandi Padma Peruma, Postgraduate Diploma in Management, Rengasamy Dinesh Prasanna, Gayan Subodha Edirivira, Arachige Sudesh Madhushankar, Sanjeevan Mahepalan, Shivani Navaratnam, Sundaram Shankaran, Sivatasan Takshani, Postgraduate Diploma in Public Administration, passes, Sandregram Nirojan, Disanayaka Mudyanselage Ratnayaka.
Authority vested in me as the Chancellor. I confer on those whose names have been read by the director of the Postgraduate Institute of Management, the degree of Master of Business Administration, Executive Master of Business Administration, and Graduate Diploma in Management and Postgraduate Diploma in Public Administration, respectively, in absentia.
Venerable Chancellor, I have the honor to announce that the Council, on the recommendation of the Senate, has resolved that the Professor Udita Liyanage Memorial Gold Medal for the best performance at the Master of Business Administration degree and Dr. Vikrama Veerasurya Memorial Gold Medal for the best performance at the Master of Business Administration in Taxation degree, respectively, be awarded on those who are presented by the Director of the Postgraduate Institute of Management.
Professor Udita Liyanage Memorial Gold Medal for the best performance at the Master of Business Administration degree 2021. Nadisha Sanjeevani Hemachandra. Dr. Vikrama Veerasurya Memorial Gold Medal for the best performance at the Master of Business Administration in Taxation, degree 2021. Tashanti Roshini Pereira. Next, the validatory address by Nadisha Sanjeevani Hemachandra on behalf of the graduates.
Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts, because the best fly above the rest. Venerable Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Director of PIM, Deans of the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, members of the Board of Management and the Board of Study, members of the academic and administrative staff, my dear graduates, parents, spouses, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and pride that I, Nadisha Hemachandra, stand before you as your valedictorian of the PIM Annual Convocation 2022, representing both the class of 2019 and 2020. My journey during the past 2 years has undoubtedly been a memorable and a one-of-a-kind experience, which I am sure my fellow graduates would agree. But unfortunately, the entire world fell onto its knees when the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic hit the world and we became infamously known as the COVID PIM batches. Nevertheless, it is essential to note that tough times never last, but tough people do. On behalf of the graduating class of 2019 and 2020, I would first like to take this opportunity to thank our outstanding faculty members. Despite all the challenges of adjusting to online lectures, and in that too in a hybrid mode, you all ensured that you always delivered quality education that this great institution has always been known for. Thank you for being patient, kind, and always willing to engage with us and to attend to all our doubts and queries amidst all the challenges. What a privilege it was to stand on the broad shoulders of these giants. A special thank you for the ever so proficient PIM administration for their warm smiles and unwavering support that helped us all to overcome every obstacle and to bring us all to this joyous occasion today. To the unsung heroes who are the wind beneath our wings, our loving family members, to our darling parents, spouses, siblings, friends, and to our dear children, today we stand tall and beam with pride because you shared the burden of the home front while we were burning the midnight oil away studying for the next exam or preparing for the next assignment. I salute you and dedicate this momentous occasion to all of you. I would fail in my duties if I did not acknowledge the loved ones whom we lost in the past 2 years due to the pandemic. Your lives were a blessing, your memory a treasure, and you are loved beyond words and missed beyond measure. They would have been so proud of us if they were with us today. Someone once said, build a team so strong, you don't know who the leader is. I am eternally grateful to my D1 group members, whom I consider my own brothers and sisters. As we learned in organizational behavior course, we formed, we stormed, we normed, and boy, did we perform as one formidable unit. Out of our 9 members, 6 of us are merit holders. All for one, one for all. To the rest of my dear colleagues, despite our brief physical meetings during the past 2 years, I am quite sure we will continue to build strong bonds in the years to come and will stay in touch through our esteemed PIM alumni network. One of the most life-changing books that I have had the privilege of reading during the past 2 years was Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth. She states, and I quote, "Grit has the courage to push through no matter what the obstacles are, because it is worth it." She goes on to say that you become a champion by having the right interest, practice, purpose, and hope. I am sure all my colleagues from both batches will agree that PIM has truly given us such grit. During these decisive times in our country, as professional leaders in our organizations, we have a duty to work and lead with much grit. All birds find shelter during rain, but the eagle avoids the rain by flying above the clouds. Problems are common, but attitude makes all the difference. So let us continue to be the eagles who have the attitude to work with an A-star mentality, who will lead with purpose and humility and deliver excellence in all that we set our minds to. When you educate a woman, you educate a generation. I fondly recall a piece of advice given to one of my lady lecturers at PIM, whom I hold of very high esteem. She told me, Dua, if you don't get a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. Empower the women around you and educate your daughters to hone skills in business management. Be an advocate for gender diversity, equality, and inclusivity. Only then can we truly make a difference as a progressive nation. In conclusion, I would like to once again pass my heartiest congratulations to the graduating class of 2019 and 2020. Let us go forth from today and become innovative and inspiring trailblazers in our respective lines of work. Shift paradigm and ask paradoxical questions, serve humanity with integrity, and lead a truly remarkable and an inspiring life. Finally, I am lucky to have been part of this legendary transformation process, and most importantly, being part of a legendary institution, PIM. Work hard, have fun, and make history. Thank you, and have a memorable evening ahead.
Guest of honor, Dr. P. Nandalal Veerasinghe, who will deliver the convocation address, will be introduced by Mr. Asanka Ranasinghe, Senior Faculty and Coordinator, MBA Program of the Postgraduate Institute of Management.
Convocation address by Dr. P. Nandalal Veerasinghe. Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe holds a PhD and a master's degree in economics from the Australian National University and a bachelor's degree from University of Kelaniya. Dr. Veerasinghe served as Assistant Governor from August 2009 to September 2012, as well as the Chief Economist and Director of Economic Research from January 2007 to August 2009 at the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. He was promoted as Deputy Governor on 27th of September 2011, while he was serving as an alternate executive director for India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Bhutan at the International Monetary Fund, and assumed office as Deputy Governor of the Central Bank on the 1st of September 2012. Dr. Veerasinghe also served as a visiting lecturer for the master's degree in economics at the University of Colombo, visiting research economist at the Siarkan Center in Malaysia, visiting research fellow at the Australian National University. He is also an advisory board member of the Center for Applied Macroeconomic Analysis at Crawford School of Public Policy, Australian National University. He has published several research papers in international and local journals, including the Central Bank Staff Studies. Dr. Veerasinghe retired from Central Bank as the Senior Deputy Governor in January 2021 and worked as an independent consultant for economic and financial matters for multilateral agencies and global investment firms prior to assuming duties as the Governor of the Central Bank in April 2022. Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe is the 17th Governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Dr. P. Nandalal Veerasinghe for the convocation address.
Chancellor of the University, Most Honorable Dr. Ittapane Dhamalankara Thero, Acting Vice Chancellor, Deans of the University of Sri Jadanpura, Director of the Postgraduate Institute of Management, members of the PIM Board of Management and Board of Study, distinguished academics, all the graduates who have been awarded with postgraduate degrees today of the class of 2019 and 2020, the family members friends of all the graduates. Very good evening to all of you. I'm in fact honored to be invited to deliver the keynote speech at the annual convocation of the PIM. I congratulate the Postgraduate Institute of Management of the University of Sri for being a pioneer in giving stewardship, developing your young business leaders of the country with global presence and a local pulse. It is not inappropriate on an occasion like this to remind ourselves about the business leaders in this country today who have come up through the PIM in addition to the leaders in public and academia produced by this esteemed entity. PIM has been a pioneer institution in Sri Lanka that started offering advanced business and management educational facilities locally for more than 35 years to young business leaders in a more challenging environment. I am very much pleased to observe that you have selected an opportune theme, the best fly above the rest. It highlights the need to demonstrate mastery in your endeavors with excellence in mind. It also boils down to leadership with much relevance to what your institution has been committedly doing. As the business dynamics globally are changing, leadership is no longer defined by what a single leader does, but by the ability to collaborate, motivate, and to manage networks. Currently, of high distinct teams, matrix structures, and global organizations, the talent in network building are key to creating collective teams and boundaryless organizations. Furthermore, due to the changing nature of business organizations, a more distributed view of business leadership will be needed, thereby changing the focus from the traditional single leadership to a more collegial way of leaders who possesses a range of capabilities and experiences necessary to ensure that the leadership function is carried out to the benefit of the business of a wider organization, may it be public or private. When I went through the programs ordered by the PIM to develop young business leaders in Sri Lanka, I realized that PIM is offering a more challenging learning environment to its students, whereby the students, that is the prospective business leaders, are equipped with more sophisticated knowledge bases and leadership skills that enhances their opportunities to conquer not only the local business culture, but also the global entities. Hence, those who have completed their respective postgraduate programs and of whom the convocation is held today are better equipped to weather the local and global challenges in ever-changing business environments. However, it may be useful to keep in mind that business leaders come in all shapes and forms, and a very few are going to be or will be, as the challenges of the leadership are all around us in this rapidly changing and versatile business climate. A leader is anyone who successfully drives the accomplishment of a group of people or even to the success of the business. In the business world, effective leadership and organizational success are closely interconnected, and the strength of organizations are determined by the quality of its leadership. Hence, building leadership needs to be considered very seriously, giving due attention to their development with adequate focus on the need for bonding and managing relationships, enhancing flexibility and adaptability, and raising transformational skills. Going beyond the traditional management theories, these qualities of a better business leader require the training in both hard and soft skills in management. Because leadership always needs to be seen in the context, even though the qualities as described in many leadership theories are found in a person, application of such leadership qualities in the actual business environment may decide the success of a great leader and thereby the organization. Hence, it is considered that commanding is not the key quality of a leader in a changing context, but the ability to inspire the team to follow the diversified objectives of the organization. We need to be aware that certain darker sides of leadership attached to the commanding nature may influence organizations and their respective teams very toxically. This draws the attention to the qualities that are considered as authentic, such as openness, honesty, transparency, and being real. In total, these qualities are usually found in a leader who feels good in his or her skin and not living a life to please others. They are open and authentic to themselves as well as to the others in the organization. Such leaders inspire and motivate their teams and bring them together to achieve shared visions of organization without boundaries. They are reflective practitioners and take sufficient time to evaluate their own experiences and learn. These qualities do not appear in a person randomly. Most often, they are inculcated to the life during the childhood. When a person commences his or her career, his or her character is already formed to a large extent in addition to the formal education. Certain such characteristics are very difficult to change. On the other hand, as one mentioned by the American football coach, Vincent Lombardi, leaders are not born, they are made. Similarly, to many other things in one's life, leaders can be built through experiences, professional education, and training. The focus of professional education and training, therefore, needs greater attention on leadership development rather than the leader development. This process, which is done by institutions such as PIM, places greater emphasis on development of interpersonal relationships, effective experiences, social influence processes, and potential team dynamics between the leader and his or her team. The contextual factors surrounding the team, such as the perception of the organizational climate and the social network linkages between the team and other groups in the organization into their curricula. Nothing is more important than to any organization than its performance. Greater performances are made by organizations that have put considerable effort into cultivating their future leaders. Growing literature suggests that organizations that do not have properly structured leadership development processes in place face difficulties in the present competitive business landscape. In contrast, organizations that take leadership development seriously outshine the competition. Irrespective of whether we are in the public sector or private sector, what matters is to have a priorities right and exhibit the blend of takeaways from the respective training to the real business world. You might be facing the same challenges, the same tasks to carry out in the attempts to meet your organizational expectations, as any business leader has faced or would face individually or to build our nation collectively. I have no doubt that you are equal to the task. You would not be sitting here today if that were not the case. I wish you all the best. Again, congratulations to all of you and thank you.
Most Venerable Dr. Ittapani Dhammalankara Thero, Venerable Chancellor, the register containing the names of graduates who were conferred with the respective postgraduate degrees at the 21st convocation of the Postgraduate Institute of Management of the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura is most respectfully presented, requesting its certification by affixing your honor's signature.
As the Chancellor of the University, I congratulate all those who graduated today in various branches of the discipline of management, and I wish that they will be able to make a long-lasting contribution to and excel in the respective spheres of human activity they have chosen. I declare that the convocation is closed.